Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and if you haven't, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from what I usually do. This is actually going to be my first video where I do a hashtag, and this hashtag was created by Nancy over at PaperMoon Tarot, which I will link her video in the description if you want to go and check it out. But I also want to give a shout out to Jason over at Tarot by the Pines because he did this hashtag a couple of days ago, and it was because of his video that I even became aware of this hashtag, and was the reason why I decided to do it myself and film this video for you guys today. So I will leave the link to his video in the description also if you want to go and check it out. So basically what this hashtag is about is there are 7 different types of vacations listed, and for each one you have to choose a tarot or oracle deck that you would take along with you that you think would fit nicely kind of into the theme of that vacation. And you're probably wondering why I have Jonathan here from Stranger Things, and that was because I usually like to have something on the table with me when I'm doing my videos, and I tried to think of some things that I have maybe gotten while I was on vacation at some point that I could put on the table, but everything that I had was too big to fit within the frame here. And then while I was looking around my room, I spotted Jonathan here with his camera, and I thought it would be a fun little idea if we brought him along with us on our vacations to be our photographer. So that is what Jonathan from Stranger Things is doing here today. So he's gonna sit just off to the side here, but where we can still see him. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So the first vacation is a tropical beachy kind of theme, and it's swim with mermaids, sit on the beach, or travel the high seas. So the deck that I thought would fit nicely with this theme are the lovely saltwater reading cards. This is really the only deck that I have, I feel, that kind of relates to a beachy water sea creature type theme, and I just felt like it fits the theme perfectly, so why not take these lovely reading cards with me? And even the backing is super cute and fits the theme with this little school of fish we got going on. So Laura gives each individual sea creature their own meaning, and being someone who is familiar with a lot of the sea creatures mentioned in this deck, I think that she does a pretty spot-on job with talking about each of their personalities and kind of connecting an appropriate meaning to each of the cards. So yeah, I think the saltwater reading cards would be a perfect match for the beach-themed vacation. For our next vacation, we have mountain/nature. Hike in the woods, commune with nature, encounter furry friends, perhaps a deck that fits in a backpack. So the deck that I chose for this one is the very beautiful Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. So I think this deck jumped out at me because the box has quite a bit of green on it, but also when I thought of nature, I right away thought of a forest, and a forest kind of led me to thinking about fairies. So I think I'm thinking of more of a fantasy type of setting, but I don't know, that's just kind of the vibe that I was getting when I pictured this type of vacation. And why not carry such a very lively and bright deck with you out in nature, you know, through the forest to a mountain? I think that this deck would fit beautifully with that kind of theme. There's a lot of nature within this deck as well, which is another reason why it would be a good fit for this type of vacation. There are a lot of animals within this deck, so I'm pretty sure with being out within nature, we will be encountering a lot of different types of animals and furry friends. So yeah, that's what I have for the second vacation. Also, it's been a while since I've even been on vacation. I mean, I feel like it's definitely been well before COVID since my last vacation, and it wasn't even that far. I went away for my birthday, a few hours away, but I got to visit another province within Canada, which is where I live. So that was pretty cool because I've never been out of my province. But other than that, that is the last vacation that I can think of that I even went on. So definitely getting the itch to go somewhere. I just have no idea when that's going to be. So thankfully this hashtag is kind of letting me venture out without actually venturing. But this is definitely better than nothing. So for vacation number 3, we have a theme park vacation. Let's go to Disneyland or any theme park / amusement park or circus for the day. The deck I chose for this theme it probably seems a bit random, but I will try my best as to why I felt like this was a good match. And that would be the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. And I feel like this one jumped out at me for this theme because when I see this deck or when I use it, I get like a sense of friendship or like being around people who make me happy and people who I have fun with, and just all around good vibes. And that's kind of how I feel when we go to an amusement park or the circus or whatever. It's all about kind of who you're with and the fun that you kind of have with each other. So when I took this deck off the shelf for this theme, I was kind of thinking that the people in this deck sort of represent my friends. They represent my family, the people that I have good times with, that I would want to spend with at an amusement park. And when I think of amusement parks, I think of light, I think of energy, I think of pretty colors, and that's definitely, to me, the kind of vibe that this deck gives off. I hope that made sense in a way as to why I would bring this one with me on that kind of vacation. Our next vacation is a cultural vacation. Visit art galleries, catch a Broadway show, listen to a concert. So I had to put this one in here somewhere because it is my top #1 favorite deck. But I also felt like it was appropriate for this theme, and that is the lovely, lovely Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. So when I read this one, I definitely got a more sophisticated kind of vibe. Also, when I think of art galleries, I definitely feel like these are some pictures that you would see in an art gallery, you know. Attending this kind of vacation, I feel like I would definitely want to dress up, kind of look my best. So I'd kind of want to look classy, and I feel like that is definitely the mood of the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Also, when you go to an art gallery, you're going to see a lot of older pieces of artwork, and that's kind of like the images in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. They're older images, and yes, they've been enhanced so they don't look old within this deck, but they have definitely been around for a long time. So that's kind of what I meant when I said that I feel like these pictures, you could definitely find something like this in an art gallery. Plus, like I said, it's a sophisticated, classy deck, so I feel like it would definitely fit right in to that kind of a themed vacation. Next up, we have an adventure theme, and that would be a safari, mountain climbing, dig for treasure, what's your pleasure? And the deck that I chose for that one is the Everyday Witch Tarot. This one was hands down an easy decision for me. The second I started using this deck, all I got was a sense of adventure, especially when I came across the Knight of Wands. This is probably my favorite card image-wise within this deck. It definitely screams adventure with this dragon, this beautiful dragon sitting on the top of the mountain, and his wand in his hand here, and it's like he's ready to go. And again, I might be thinking of more on a fantasy type of level, but still, why not bring a sense of that with you on this type of vacation? Within this imagery, everyone is kind of going through their own adventure. They're traveling somewhere new. They have little furry friends coming along with them, with a little bit of added witchcraft and magic to it. Why wouldn't you want that within your adventure? So yeah, that is the deck that I would take with me on an adventure themed vacation. Up next, we have the educational vacation. Go on an archeological dig, attend a tarot convention, study with the Dalai Lama, or learn a new language. I struggled with this one a little bit. I actually had a different deck that I was going to use for this one, and then I ended up changing it last minute, but I decided on the Luna Soul Tarot. I decided to go with this one because I felt like there was a lot of diversity within this deck. I feel like if I was to travel to different countries and kind of learn new languages or learn about different cultures, that this would be a good deck to come along with me. And this is just a little fact about me. I actually don't travel too far from home. I kind of get a little nervous when I go far from home, so I feel like if I were to travel to a different country that is far away from my home, that this would be a good deck to take along with me because of its soothing and calming energies that it gives off. I feel like it would definitely help me to feel less anxious in that sort of situation. So there we have our second last deck. And last but not least, we have a haunted vacation. Ever want to go on a ghost hunt, stay at a haunted house, or tour a spooky castle? I don't know if I ever wanted to explore anything haunted. I mean, I've come across like old rundown houses that look like they would be haunted, but it wasn't like a known fact, so I was okay with wanting to go and check those out. But I don't know if someone were to tell me it is indeed haunted, would I still want to go inside and check it out? I don't know. But anyway, that's a little side note. The deck that I would take to that kind of vacation would have to be the Crow Tarot. So I chose this one simply because it is probably my most darkest deck, I want to say. It's the closest one that I have that kind of gives off that sort of spooky feel, even though it's not even really that spooky. I mean, crows a lot of the times freak people out. So I guess in that sense, sure, but sure, maybe the colors within this deck aren't as bright and peppy and vibrant as some of my others, but they still are really beautiful cards. But yeah, like I said, this is the closest deck I feel that would fit this sort of theme. And I would for sure want to take the crows along with me to a haunted house or go on a spooky tour. So yeah, there you have it. That was all 7 different types of vacations. I hope Jonathan here took some good pictures, and we'll have to look at his film later. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please go and check out Nancy and Jason's videos because they did a way better job at this than I did. But this was super fun, and like I said, it was my first hashtag that I've ever done, and I decided to do this one because I felt like I had the answers. Like when I read each of the themes, I almost immediately, some took a little bit of time, could think of which decks I would take with me. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, so I will probably try to do more hashtag videos in the future. Maybe at some point I could even try and come up with my own, because that would be super cool if I could do that. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself, so we'll stick with other people's hashtags first and see where it goes from there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed coming on all these different vacations with Jonathan and I will see you guys in the next one.